Hello, I'm that James guy, and this is my 2008 KLR650 Kawasaki, and it has been a long time since I made a video. Sorry about that. It was so freaking hot at the end of summer, 38 degrees Celsius, 42 degrees Celsius for like weeks on end. And you saw my last video. I was sweating hard after I did that carb work and went for a ride. And plus, it's summer. I didn't feel like doing this. Honestly, I haven't touched this bike in like 2 months, month and a half. I don't know. It's been a while and it's kind of embarrassing, but here we go. You saw my video where I did my 750-mile ride with my buddies on highways all the way out to Washington and back. My back tire, my golden boy, it took a bit of a beating. It didn't fly apart, but it did okay, but it's a knobby, right? So, grab my replacement here. It's yet another golden boy. My front tire's still good. I figured I'd just get a replacement. Super cheap, Fort9. Thank you, Fort9. You sell cheap tires. It's branded as a Shinko 244. Doesn't say Shinko on it, but according to Fort9, it's a Shinko 244. Exactly the same. This is a Golden Boy 244. This says Golden Boy 244. Let's do our best to change this tire. Now, keep in mind, I don't have any real good tire changing equipment. I have spoons. I don't have a bead breaker. That's going to be crucial, but I have ideas. I've done it before. Let's get started here. Remember last time when we changed the front sprocket on this thing? Well, we had this all apart and I commented about this cotter pin and how crappy of shape it was. So this is going to be the ongoing joke. How long can we make a crappy cotter pin last? That's going to be the question. So nice thing about a KLR, inch and 1/16. No idea what it is in metric. It's up on the screen. And a 3/4 on the other side, which I know is a 19. Oh yeah, kind of memorize where your mark is. Third mark in. This is going to come into play later when we go to tension our chain. All right, screw our tensioner in. Hey, we don't even have to go that far because look it, this thing just comes off like this. Isn't that nice? There we go. We'll go do this on the other side. We'll move to the next step. All right, push the wheel up a bit, get a bit of chain tension, and then we'll get the jack. Lifted it up just until the tire's just barely off the ground. Lift the chain off. And then pull the bolt out. Bolt right here. So what you kind of got to remember here is if there's any spacers, there's always a bunch of spacers in between the rim and the swing arms. Gonna want to make sure that's in the same spot or you're screwed. So pull this out a little bit. This is where the brakes. I can go off to the side. This can roll out and you can see here, I got a spacer here. All right, don't lose that. On the other side, basically just gonna push the whole cush drive off, right? Give the rubbers a little bit of an inspection. Whatever, looks fine to me. These actually just come out, they're all replaceable, but they're kind of stuck in there right now, so who cares? Let's just do our best to change this tire now. All right, you will need a valve stem tool, wrench, whatever you want to call this. Oh, that was not tight. Oh. That's not good. And it will come flying out, folks. Be careful. Bike does not have rim locks. It is not a super high performance off-road machine like a crazy dirt bike. So you don't have to worry about rim locks or anything like that. If you want rim locks and know how to do that, you can go ahead and find that elsewhere in an elsewhere video. Okay, now breaking the bead. Breaking the bead is the hard part. Okay, check out my setup. I don't have a bead breaker. Those are like giant plier-y things that you can squish the wheel. These beads are tight. Well, on any tire, they're tight. So I got a block of wood supporting the rim, and I've got my ramp for loading bikes. you got to jump really, 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 really high. I'm not that heavy. Like maybe 162, like on a good day. Anyway, hold my beer. I'm gonna jump on this thing. Let's see what happens here. Got my rim. You can see here. Ooh. Nope, not yet. I think I'm just bending this thing, bending my ramp. Oh my gosh. This has to be a precise maneuver. Oh. This is my engine stand. Maybe it's better than my ramp, but it does have caster wheels on it, so it might be sketchy. Oh, I think we're good. All right, Princess Auto engine stand for the win. You can see, I got it. It's not coming back up here. So all you gotta do now it's easy. You just kinda push it down. You can actually use your hands, break the bead. Give it a flip. Oh, cush drive fell out. Don't wreck it. There we go. All right. Okay, around, you want the disc up. We'll start opposite the tire filler valve. The more you can get that tire into the V of the rim, the better. And then, that's why you want it, the rim up. Apart. I don't think this is a directional tire. There are no arrows on it. Tread pattern is the same, symmetrical. You're gonna leave your tire out in the sun, get it nice and pliable, but unfortunately, I don't have a sun out. It's dark, so that's not gonna happen today, folks. Bit of silicone spray never hurt anybody. Keep in mind that if this was a dirt bike for off-road trails, you probably wouldn't want to do that. Like if you were like doing super hardcore off-roading, you wouldn't want this thing slipping on the bead. Then again, you'd have rim locks, so it probably wouldn't matter. All right, that's in. I think I did it backwards because I don't have the disc brake anymore. Dang it. Oh well, you're gonna want to put a bit of air in the tube just to give it a little bit of structure. Oh yeah, there it is. Better get that nut on there. All right, getting the filling stem through that hole is really difficult. That's okay. Now we can start feeding the tube in. Okay, we're gonna start at the opposite side of the tire stem. You don't wanna pinch flat this tube, folks. So, another thought is, if you've got a really, really nice sport bike, you don't want to be using these type of tire spoons. You're going to want to use the nice ones with the plastic protective bits on them. We're getting to the end here, where it gets the toughest. Push the tire into the center. Getting the tire to the middle is going to help your cause off the bead all the way around. As soon as I got the tire off the bead on the other side, then it loosened it up. You don't want to force it too much, as I was doing there. You get to a certain point, and it just pops in. And then put some air into it. And hopefully I didn't pinch flat this tube. Those kind of noises are scary. We still haven't seated the bead over here. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's on. All the way around. We'll check the other side. Yeah, that bead is seated. And then what we've got to do is let all the air out of the tire and then pressure it up one final time. All right, a couple things. You'll notice the weights here seem to be opposite the valve stem. So I'm not going to worry about those. probably fine. For the speed that a KLR can go, probably doesn't matter, right? Another thing, so it'd be really good to have a nice piece of cardboard to lay everything on, or a table, but I just want to show you that with bare basics, well, also I couldn't find any cardboard to do this on because we just threw it all in the recycling, but that's okay. The other thing is, you noticed when I was spooning it over the very last part, trying really hard to get it over, really helps if you just keep pinching the opposite side that you're spooning so that the tire is close together in the middle and it's in the deeper V of the rim. As soon as you do that, as soon as it pops to the middle, then it's spooned on pretty easy. Couple top tips. Let's get this thing onto the bike and then we'll take it for a rip. Maybe not on this video because you're probably really bored at KLR riding videos from me. So we're just gonna probably put it on, tension the chain, then we'll be good to go. Video over, but anyway, back together. Here we go. You will notice how I did not struggle. You just gotta be calm, use the jack, don't have the tire in the air. The worst thing you do is try and lift the tire up and try to align the axle shaft or the axle bolt thing. Just slide it in. Use the jack to get the swing arm to kind of line up. Anyway, 72 foot-pounds. We're gonna do the same old thing here where we use the adjuster. You gotta go by the marks here. I think we're just past the second mark, even on both sides. Yeah, we tension the chain, torque it up, and we're done. Correct tension for a KLR 2nd gen is about 2 inches, but here's a trick. Just do this. Push, should take a little bit of force to touch this rubber. That's it. One last check. Oh yeah, we are good to go. Couple more last things. We double checked our chain tension, and then we have to put our cotter pin in. This thing is shot, but I think this is the new running joke. How long can we make this thing last for? Bend it a bit, push it in. Is it gonna snap? Nope, we're good. Nut's not gonna fall off. And then the last thing, we were farting around with the brakes, right? We spread them a bit, perhaps, as we took it on and off the disc. So you're gonna wanna make sure you push the back brakes, give it a couple pumps. If you don't do that, you're gonna probably wind up not touching your back brakes, going for a ride, and then at your first stop, when you need your back brakes, they're not gonna work very good. I could tell there was it built up a bit of pressure and tension, so now it was loose, now it's proper, we're good to go. So I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna take it for a rip. I'm gonna make you really jealous because you won't get to see it, and I will be on a KLR and you won't. Yeah, I hope you found this useful, or at least mildly entertaining. I'll see you next time.